Thank you so much, Bruce, and it's so wonderful to be here. And actually, our respected Dr. Nata did such an incredible job laying the foundation that I just feel so grateful, because there's now so much that we don't have to cover about the interaction between the body and the mind, and the role of depression, the role of issues in our mind and our heart on our body. For me, what I found is that I had done yoga, of course, in America prior to going to India, just as an antidote to being a student hunched over a desk, to carrying book bags in the days before iPads. But what I didn't know was that yoga was really the answer to all of the stress and all of the strain, not just in my shoulders, not just in my back, not just in my neck, but in my mind and in my heart. And now, with research that you've done, with research that so many people are doing, we're seeing that we're not a body and a mind, but rather that we are this one cohesive being, body-mind, that speaks to each other. We don't have time this morning to go into all of the details, but science is now showing incredibly the role of our emotions, of our thoughts, of our beliefs on our immune systems, on our physical body. Things like my thoughts impacting the rate at which immune system cells divide in a petri dish being held in your hands. I mean, this is phenomenal research that's being done at not New Age yoga studios, but at universities like Duke and Dartmouth and Princeton, that's showing us the role of spirituality, of peace on our physical health. All of these institutions have brought out incredible studies showing that people who are spiritual, and of course, it doesn't matter what the religion is. It doesn't matter how we conceive of or connect to the divine. But that connection really is what heals us. Because what we know, as I shared last night, is that disconnection is what hurts us. And stress, we now know, is the leading cause of so many illnesses. But the stress comes, in this society, sadly, from being taught that there's somehow something lacking in our life. And that's what yoga really cures. Here in this world, we're told basically, if I just could be a little richer, a little prettier, a little smarter, a little thinner, a little more successful, if I just could buy this or own that or get this degree or have a house in that part of town, then I would be happy, then I would be set, then I would be peaceful. But of course, what spirituality has told us for thousands and thousands of years, and now science is telling us, is it doesn't come from those things. It actually comes from within. And this is where we get back to what the sages and the saints and the rishis have been telling us for thousands of years, which is, as you are on the inside, so you create on the outside. As is your inner reality, so is the outer reality. And yoga, as the system of union, of fullness, of wholeness, is that which brings us the experience of being full and whole and complete, not based on a degree, not based on a shopping center, not based on an evening at Pizza Hut, not based on what I weigh, how much my bank balance is, but simply due to the truth of the nature of who I am. And yoga connects us with that. And then, of course, yoga connects us with our families and with our world, bringing health to that. And if we ever doubt the impact that the mind has on our physical body, on our experience of pain, you just have to look, for example, at my favorite example, which is people who have had limbs amputated. To most of us, if I fall and I injure my arm, and I say, oh my God, I'm in such pain. Well, where's the pain? in my arm. And yet, more than 50% of people, as you know, who have had a limb amputated continue to experience pain in the limb that they no longer have, which means that that experience of pain, and therefore the experience of peace, is all in the mind. And the cure for that pain, interestingly, is this trick that we play on the mind. So it's all in the mind, and this is what the science of yoga gives us, is how to make the mind, as Pujya Swamiji said so beautifully, in peace, not in pieces, so that that's what we can spread and share, and so that our bodies can be in balance, in alignment for our physical and mental health, and then, of course, so that we can bring that into our families and into our world. The very last point I just wanted to mention on this is whether we talk about the sickness that our bodies face, or whether we talk about the sickness that our earth is facing, our lack of connection, our lack of yoga, is actually the cause of that, and therefore is the solution. And so the system of yoga, from the yamas and the niyamas up to samadhi, actually gives us the solution to everything that ails us, from pain in my physical body, to depression, to stress in my mind and my heart, to war between our nations, and to the ravaging of our earth, of our planet. And so being here today discussing this and being able to bring what science shares, I've got great hope and great enthusiasm that we're really going to make an incredible, incredible difference, not just for ourselves individually, but for ourselves and our planet collectively.
Thank you. Thank you. Well,